Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to MechCommander 2. This is a game that I haven't played for over a decade. Just have really fond memories of it being one of my favorite mech games in the Battletech universe, pretty much period. But it's still a fun one to go back to, and it took me a while to get running, but I think it's going to be worth it. We're going to do a new campaign here. I'm not going to talk over the cinematics because that would be rude. I am doing the cinematics. If you would like to pick up the game without cinematics or any of the cinematic elements, you can get it off the Microsoft website. It's also available on IndieDB, as well as a few variants of it on IndieDB with additional campaigns and stuff like that made by, well, other players of the game. So I'll include links to those down below. Right now we're just going to go through the vanilla because this is kind of like an archival thing. If I get enough of a whim, I might even go through and try some of these other campaigns, but I have a feeling they're going to be much more difficult than this initial one. I do have a rough idea of what's going to be happening here, so that's going to help. So it's a semi-blind run. I don't know how hard it is going to be for me to actually, beat the game, so we'll see how that goes. There are a bunch of bugs, so you'll see me saving quite frequently. I'll try to save like each and every mission, and I think I'm going to try to go one mission per episode as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the cinematic, and yes, we have to load the Carver V campaign, which is the traditional campaign included with it. You can see there's room for a lot of campaigns there. There was a big modding scene with this as well. So load it up, and I will see you guys in a couple minutes.
Massive damage in what looks to be
more fighting could erupt at any moment.
Certainly confusing times. The question of where to place loyalty.
Across the inner sphere, the civil war between the noble houses continues.
Open warfare has divided the Federated Commonwealth in several.
The conflict between House Steiner and House Davion rages on.
New tensions in the Chaos March threaten to again spark fighting between former comrades. Colonel David Renard and his executive officer Major Kelly have peacefully divided the command of their forces on Carver V. The longtime friends carefully separated their troops into House Steiner and House Davion military containment zones. Colonel Renard had this to say about the Davion withdrawal.
We needed time to regroup, to look at ourselves, ask who we were. Where did our loyalties truly lie? For me, and the brave men and women under my command, the answer was clear. They were with Archon Katrina Steiner. They weren't with any rebels. But I am here to tell you, the first shot will not be fired by anyone under my command.
This was the scene on Carver V just 2 days ago. In a series of daring raids, a bandit army consisting of tanks and light battle mechs seized several Steiner outposts, stealing supplies and capturing several weapon facilities.
Archon Katrina Steiner was quick to rule out the deployment of additional troops to deal with the bandit threat.
Sending additional Steiner forces to Carver V will give the Davion rebels another excuse to bathe a peaceful planet in blood. An alternative solution must be found.
Nerves are certainly frayed in the Steiner territory.
Refugees continue to stream from the planet.
Still more bandit attacks.
The mercenaries are due to arrive shortly, ending weeks of speculation.
I'll ask you again. Was it smart for the Archon to hire mercenaries to deal with the bandit army on Carver V?
Of course it was smart. It was the best thing she could have done. Think about it. Mercenaries don't care about sides or politics. They care about getting paid. All of the great houses use them. Liao, Carida, Merrick, even your precious Davions use them. That's why the Davion commander has agreed to this solution. Kelly knows that once the bandits are dealt with, the mercenaries will pull out.
Looks like we're already famous, Commander. They think we won't be staying long, but based on the supplies you ordered, I'd say you've got other plans. Check. 1, 2, check. This is Tactical Officer Diaz. All right, sir, we're online. FedCom software is pretty reliable, but we need to run some systems checks to make sure we're fully operational. At the beginning of each mission, you should review our objectives. You can access them at any time by hitting the Objectives button.
Welcome to Carver V, Commander. I'm Colonel Renard. While under contract with House Steiner, you will be taking your orders from me. A bandit scouting party has entered the area. I suspect they're here to get a glimpse of you. Time to earn your money.
Okay, I'm going to try not to talk over those mission briefing things either. This one's going to be just like an instructions of what we're going to do next, so I'm not really worried about that. As far as the bugs in this, it's mostly just from the fact that I'm running it on a Windows 7 machine, and it's really kind of designed for Windows 98. Yeah, it's been a while since this game was released. But, yeah, that's where most of the bugs are coming from. One big issue, if you are running this from a disc, if you happen to get like a disc on Amazon or something like that, big issue you'll run into is that, yeah, this like copy protection stuff that they used back in the day, it's no longer supported by Windows. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hassle. You have to get a no CD thing in there or a modified executable for it. But, yeah, it's possible to get it. So let's go ahead and shoot this hangar. It's going to initiate the fighting in this one. I'm not going to conserve ammo on this one. It becomes more useful in later missions if memory serves. But there is actually a command where you won't launch all your missiles off at like random people. I do happen to remember where a lot of the enemies are coming from here. So this one is the one that I did like the test runs on. I did the first like 2 or 3 missions just to make sure I still remembered how to control everything. I've changed my controls a bit more in line with like modern RTSs, but it still shows its age in that regard. We do have a decent bit of radar here. I want to take out these centipedes first, simply because, yeah, they're shorter range, so we'll get to them before we get up to these LRM boats over here. Well, LRM tanks. They're artillery pieces. Now, there are a lot of interesting mechanics in this game, which is why I really liked it. You have the ability to steal enemy mechs whenever you encounter them. Unfortunately, you can't steal like LRM carriers or anything like that. You can't even drop with them in this particular one. I don't remember whether you can in MechCommander 1. If there is enough interest in it, I will probably do a series over MechCommander 1, but it will be a whiles out because that one's just as much of a pain to get running as well. So let's take out these rest of these little boats and stuff. Now I am going to issue the run command, so they'll run up a little closer, a little quicker. The walk command makes everybody move at the same speed, whereas the run command makes them move at their fastest speed possible. I don't want to do it too much, otherwise the Razorback will get all the damage on himself, which is a bad thing. Actually, herself, Flash, is driving the Razorback. I'm going to ignore her command here. I'm actually going to save my support tab abilities, which you'll see over here on the left. I'm going to save my resource points for that for this salvage craft, because that's going to become important. On this first mission, I can't just, well, pay money to get the other mechs that I didn't loot. So I'm going to have to be very aware of what I'm doing with that, and it's often cheaper to salvage than it is to loot. There is a line of sight thing in this, but since we have radar, we can sort of ignore that because we'll know where these guys are. Chances, I think both of these are urban mechs, but I'm not positive. I do want to, I think the command for it is, let's see, nope. Let's go ahead and we'll just shoot them. There is a special command where you can like have them fire at a specific point on the mech. I think it's R, but I'm not positive. Yeah. Boom. We want to just take them down. We hopefully, yeah, we want it to say no pilot whenever they're starting to fall. That way we can salvage craft it. There is a particular mech that I want to get in this one. If we don't get it, it's not the end of the world, but it would be very, very nice. We're going to lose that urban mech because you can see our mouse over isn't saying anything, and we're going to see it go critical right there. Boom. Don't want to be next to them whenever they do that. They will deal damage to you, which is very, very painful. There's only a few mechs we can salvage in this one, so I am going to go ahead and drop the salvage craft down there just to get this one. Oh, I need a line of sight on it. Okay. Come on. Let's go down here. Sometimes you can actually get to this point and not have any to salvage. It's kind of real hit or miss as to whether you can or not. I forget the criteria for it, but you have to have line of sight of him to salvage it. He doesn't have an arm. You can actually look at it in particular. He lost an arm there, but he still has the autocannon on there. So we could use him to fight, but I'm mostly just going to have him stay back. We're going to get some mission credit for meat for that one. Unfortunately, my favorite pilot, you can't get onto in this first mission, so he's never going to have the... there's a little credit you can get for having a pilot join you throughout the entire game. And I will not have that with my favorite pilot, but I will probably have it with probably Flash or Longshot. Both turn out to be really good aims, so we want to stay back just a little bit. We want to engage these from a bit of a range, because there's a mech right there. It's going to be a rather large and heavy mech, which could do some serious damage to us if we allow it. We do outmaneuver them, but they are going after you. You need to go back up a little bit. Yeah, you need to go to the back. You guys are going to handle these little harassers and stuff. Boom. Take them out. That was a very bad shot of you guys. Okay, take out that other harasser. I don't know if this guy's... Oh, this guy is just going straight for our bushwhacker back there. You need to run. You guys go in on him. You can help now. Okay, pull back just a little bit. He's pulling back. And we're going to probably get him to eject, hopefully. Boom. Knocked him down. And you can't shoot while he's knocked down, but you need to run this way. Okay, run. Go. There you go. Oh, is it going to go critical? No. Okay, thank God. Okay, we're going to get that Star Slayer. That is a very integral part to my plan on this one, because I actually do love having that Star Slayer, because it allows me to take a heavier mech than I normally would have into the next mission. So we're going to drop that down in there. I forget which pilot we get next. It's not going to be Worm. Worm is my favorite for some reason. Just have fond memories of that guy like saving my butt in light mechs. But no, we get Twitch. Twitch is not bad either. I could take him with. But I don't think we have any more enemies to deal with, so I'm just going to have them all run up there. And we're going to pull out. Flash did get a little bit shot up there. I don't see any damage to the cockpit, thankfully, which means that she should still be healthy after this. You can have damage to the cockpit and they can get like purple hearts and stuff. I don't really go for those, but I do want to get them experience. And if I wanted to like really milk experience before I start going into that, piloting skills and your aim and stuff like that is based on how much you kill and how much you move. So if I really wanted to milk the piloting skill, I would have them run back and forth here for a little while, get some distance, and also I would have them do jump jet effects. I think I actually assigned that to Zed. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and switch over to that guy and we'll make sure. No, it's X. There we go. Yeah, you can have them jump back and forth, which will get them even more experience with movement and stuff like that. You may be seeing me when I'm traversing the map, since I'm going to be using mostly jump jet mechs. You'll see me come in and I will like have them move almost strictly with jump jets, just so that they'll get that piloting experience. And you'll see they have to land and then cool down and then they'll launch back off. But you'll see me using that a little bit more often in certain maps just to guarantee that they get it. Unfortunately, the bushwhackers don't have that effect, so they can't really, you know, give them that same experience boost of the jump jets. And obviously, this one takes a little while longer to cool down, but we'll get over that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and end the mission. And you'll see how we kind of load out as far as points and stuff goes. This is probably the shortest mission, so I use it to explain a few things. We'll see more of the support palette later on. Whenever we start encountering more, I'm just not going to milk experience or anything like that. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how to do it in case you did want to go through on like the harder difficulties. It's almost necessary in those. But yeah, that's been another episode of, well, a episode of MechCommander 2, and I will see you guys next time. Keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.
Mission successful.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the pilot review. We can go on this one on each of the episodes. I'll let you guys see what it is. But yeah, we can get levels up, and yeah, I'll do this. I just won't do the little cinematic things until the next episode. Right here we have different specialists, and the different specialties aren't based on the pilot. They're actually based on the like level of the skill. Like the first skill is always going to have light pilot specialist, laser specialist, light autocannon, stuff like that. Second one's always going to have a specific set of skills as well. We're going to go for, with Flash, I think I want her to be let's Let's go with a light mech specialist. Since we're going to be using a lot of light mechs early on, that's a safe one to go with. You can have them be a specialist in various types of mechs as well, but I like the light mech specialist because light mechs are innately fast, and with the higher evasion, they're more likely to be able to survive battles in these lightly armored vehicles. And she got a medal awarded, but she doesn't get a promotion. You'd see it beforehand if she did. Meat, I think, might get a promotion. I'm not sure. No, he was already a regular. I forget which skill he has, and Twitch is the same way. He's a regular as well. But like I said before, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on MechCommander 2 whenever we'll go into the first, like, real mission. You notice I didn't have a salvage screen on here. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out for the second time. This has been Alzorath. Bye.